Art tracks and music.
Woo! I'm back. How you doing, people? We back. I'm back. I don't know how you want to look at it. We're going to do that thing again where we're going to basically dissect the video and understand the mindset. Sorry for my lisp. It seems every time I do these videos, I've changed my retainers and I've started on a new set that causes a lisp. But we're going to get through this. Let's do that. So, before we get through this, today I just want to start on the fact that we're going to be dissecting the Desiigner video that I created alongside Vec Films, choreographed myself with some co-star choreographers, the likes of Khalifa and Stefano, Lauren Halil. But yeah, I pretty much creatively directed pretty much all of it, the rest of it. Vec Films. Like amazing. I don't know if he's still doing stuff right now. I'm gonna tag him in this and see what he's been up to, Carl, and see if he's still doing his thing. But he was amazing. One of my personal inspirations on his filming thing. Watching him do his filming thing really made me feel like I could do it as well, especially when I felt sorry for him because I kept on grabbing his shoulders and moving him, so I might have just held the camera myself. But also, he had some great creative ways the way he was moving. The videos needed like a million hits. Also, musically, I did the remix on this track. So, musically, I was invested, choreographically invested, and videography invested. But he edited the video and put that together, and personally did an amazing job. So we're gonna watch this, dissect it, get into it, and we're gonna understand how this all came to be. So let's kick it off. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's not waste any time. Here we go.
Broads in the line, she took the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scams, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana, honey killers on the helmet.
Alright, cool. Let's take it back straight away. Let's get everyone to understand this. The cinematography on this is beautiful. I remember when I said to Carl, let's shoot in this week. We literally no location rights. We just said let's go up London. I remember we done a video together. Initially, our first sort of time doing something together, and we did it in Spotlight. And then when I realized the power of what this guy could do, I was like, "Yo, let's go for a big one." I think he didn't realize when I said we're going to be going different locations on what level. I think he thought we was going to go film here, film there. This wasn't actually the first video the first clip we actually filmed. We filmed one of our first clips was in a different area to where this was. But what was dope about this particular location that we filmed is we were walking around and we went to Chinatown. And as we went to Chinatown, we found a panda. That's why the intro's mad sick. We actually found a panda and we was like, let's film it. I don't remember how it was. I think Carl just said, yeah, let's go do it. And I think Carl gave him some money, dropped some money into his like little pot, you know, when they like people just drop money for like buskers and stuff and street performers, and then they let us just stand there and he filmed it. So now you know the story of how that came to be. Yes, that's a real person inside there. And then here, the mad little Easter egg. You can see little man down on the floor. You can see my missus there. So little Easter eggs here. You can see people that we know in this video that was actually standing there watching at the same time. So it was sick. Even if you go further back, I don't think you're able to watch this ever again now. You see Gabriella, Gabriella's there. You see Aaron to the side. These are people you don't know, but you would think these are just bystanders who just stood there. These are actually people who are in the crew. It's kind of sick. And then you see our bags and coats. So now when you watch the video, you're like, oh, I didn't ever notice that.
I got broads in the line. She took the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the licks in the van. Legacies.
This transition was sick into this. And I have to give it to him because now I do more editing, not just videography and stuff, but editing. This is a very hard transition to do cleanly with movement. It's easy to do it with non-movement and lifting up an object and just putting it through. But to have an object that is moving, like, think about it. Look how hard this is. I mean, when you frame by frame, you notice that it's not there, and then it's here. Watch. Sick, innit? Dope. It's not an easy thing to do with movement. Do you know what I mean? But because you had to keyframe each one like I'm doing right now. All right, cool. This is on Millennium Bridge. Notoriously famous with IMD right now because we've used it like more than once now. Khalifa and Stefano, working and training them since they were young. Stefano mainly. Khalifa came in with that kind of want to, that fire that I guess IMD had that he wanted to kind of really nurture and use. To be fair, Khalifa had it for a long time without the likes of Legion, but he wanted to compete as well and all that stuff. So yeah, this amazing choreography, I believe they created this. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say either or, so one or the other have it out of each other, but one of them created it. Okay, cool. I want to dissect this. I'm gonna play it all the way to the kids section, and then we'll watch it all, just that section we just talked about, and then I'll explain. So like I said, location thing was a last minute thing, I guess, for Carl, because I was like, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there. And what inspired me with the location thing was a guy called Tobias. I mean, he did a Janet Jackson video, and I'm very like on tokening people or tagging people, I don't know what you would call it, or let it be known that someone inspired me, and he inspired me in this case. And he inspired me because I love the way he was able to capture London through a video. Nothing I'd seen with a dance crews before. I haven't seen that with dance crews or dance groups or choreographers. I've seen nicer locations, but he captured London. But I always felt like I could really capture London better. Not because he didn't do it as good as he was already doing it, but because I was a Londoner. So I know these hotspots and how to really get there. So this next scene we go into is Greenwich Tunnel. And by the way, since then they've done it all up, so it's impossible to do it with ease, to film there with ease. But we went there, and I remember this next bit you're going to see. I'd created it, but they never heard it before. So they just knew there was a gap here, and I told them like, boom, cat, da 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 da, and it was all that stuff anyway. And neither did Carl understand what I was doing from Vec Films. So it was like, I love every single person on that in this particular moment, because they all just went with what I said as a creative director, knowing full well that it wasn't visually or physically hearing in place for them to understand what was actually happening. So what Stefano did was amazing. He jumped in the thing. So I told him it's going to go boom, cat, 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 cat. And I think I had the sound there in the background, but it wasn't as great as it became in the end. And he just improvised and climbed. And he said, should I do it? I think. And I said, yeah, go for it. Like I said, if it breaks, it's your fault though. And the best bit about this shot that you're going to see next, that was the last shot we filmed in order. That was the last bit we filmed. And when we filmed that, it was probably like 2 a.m. 3 a.m., 2 a.m. I think this was the beginning of late night shooting. Many killers on the helms, legacies, found Then on the macho level. Cool, so you see that, mad innit? And these sections were meant to represent each kind of crew. So the first section was pretty much legacy and legacy adults. And then the second section, which is now, is Kid Squad, and the final section, which was with Phoenix. This is before we hadn't even created the Rejects yet. I think Rejects was just in its beginning prime, so we hadn't had a Rejects. It was like Legacy, Kid Squad, Rejects, and then the whole crew, Legion at the end. But we'll get to that point. But what was dope about that music that you just heard there is I created the music, and I remember, this is again why I'm saying why Carl, thank you everyone on this shoot. The vision I had, I wasn't as good as articulating as I am now. So when I articulated the vision, they were like, what? I don't get it. I was like, just do it this way. So initially the music in the background of this is just a normal, I got bras in Atlanta, but they didn't get it. But I changed it. I knew I was going to do it. And I remember telling even Chris, you're going to tut for this section. You're going to do this, and just do it. Do you know what I mean? And play with it. And he said, okay, cool. And said, you can freestyle, do what you like. I want you to move in this direction. And I'd move him around and I'd say, okay, no, go do it more here. Keep it compact here. And Carl's like, okay, cool, film it. You put it on a tripod. It was sick. And then obviously went in post-production when I came to the piano bit. I remember Carl first hearing it and goes, I don't think we need this. I don't think the piano bit is needed. I was like, bro, trust me, it's going to work. Trust me, it's going to make it different. It's going to work. He goes, you sure? Like, should we just use the original? I was like, no, trust me. Carl, trust me. And he just trusted me, and look at the outcome. And that's what was sick about this bit. And even like seeing some of the dancers now, like Zavi, Sonny, Christopher, Jack, obviously Aiden and Stefano behind them. It was just dope. And Sonny's a big musician now, I believe. So that's why I said that it's funny when you see him, because now you look here and you're like Gabriella, Sonny, Jenna, like Easter eggs. No one even I don't think you ever clocked them. If I told you to look for them, you would have never known they were there. And who Jenna is? Jenna's my missus. Sonny is a young dancer that was in our Legion X team, and lovely mother. And Gabriella is one of our also ex-dancers, amazing dancer and singer. Worked with her. She actually got, we did a song together. I say we did a song together. We've done a few songs together. One of the songs actually did quite well on my SoundCloud. But yeah, here's it from the beginning, and then we're going to move from Legacy into Kid Squad.
Broads in Atlanta, she took the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana, honey killers on the helmets. Legacies, family. Man on the macho like. Pull up in the killer baby, call a feeling, but I'm gon' feel it, baby. I got broads in the line.
I mean, I'm gonna let this play because I know you're thinking it's gonna sit. I'm gonna let this play. All I'll say is Kid Squad. I think even some to level their parents underestimate how good these kids were and how much we had trained them to get to this level. And I think sometimes there was a situation when we went to another country. And they were our first team to nearly get to the finals in 2017. But I think they were underestimated by many people, including, I think right now, Kid Squad is our bloodline of the new kind of IMD Legion area right now. And it shows you how important it is. And right now, we're in that kind of recruitment stage of trying to get the new kids up into scratch. But it shows you how important it is to have a foundation. And they are the main foundation, especially the members. Some of the members are not here no more. And left, but they are like a very big foundation of the IMD Legion that we know now. They're amazing. But yeah, some of them also have done amazing things, from Nike to Top Boy, to like championships in in CrossFit and so on. But yeah, we could go on forever. I'm gonna let you carry on watching it. Legacy. And how can I forget Keaton, Jamie Johnson, and all that madness? Like, sick kid. This kid, he's literally like people say I am Legion or I am IMD. He can pretty much say that because he started from scratch there, never deviated in any other crew. Like, yeah, he was born in IMD. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you name it, freaking Stormzy video. Yeah, I could be here forever.
Legacy, 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 may not the modular run. The chopper go out to the ground. The nigga pull on your band. The killers understand.
And now we get Phoenix. So that kind of Phoenix all-girl crew. One little fact. This is the first bit we filmed. You know what, I've got to stop it. I know you're enjoying this right now. This is actually why we made this video. I remember the decision making this video wasn't based on hearing Desiigner. It was actually hearing Little Mama. I heard this song and I was like, what is this song? Ooh. Boom. Boom. And she's like, we just and I was like, what the hell? Who's this? And then I heard the original and I thought like, oh, you're like, obviously I'm not going to say that, but it felt like at the time, he's like a bit of a beg of a Future. So I was like, oh, you're a Future beg. But he's not a Future beg. He's actually quite good. There's a few songs I've used of Desiigner. But at the time, it wasn't Desiigner. I didn't even know it was. I actually thought this was her song. And this is the first time I kind of put Little Mama from being out of Rector scale from 0 to 10 as a strong 6 to, yo, you're a strong 8. Like, you're sick, Little Mama. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I really don't shake with no snakes. That really be setting they mans up. Don't run in no pack with no rats. That really be sending they mans up. Look, my patience shook. Gotta get to this bag like hands up. This is a stick up. You can probably be talking too much in your brain. Cause I'm living in chaos. My brothers ain't getting no day job.
Do you know what I said? I said it was Phoenix. It was actually Phoenix and IMD Rejects. It was actually joined together. We just joined them in because in Rejects there was no boys. So it was all girls in both crews, Rejects and in Phoenix, and we just joined them together. Sorry, apologies for anyone who's probably sitting there, an old school member going, you forgot Rejects. We were actually there, just in case.
Taking the pay cut, my cousins is running the 8 ball. And I'm taking the spit in your face off. If I pull it, I'm blowing like napalm. I'm tripping, I'm fucking no apron.
So let me break down the choreography on all this when I'm creating it, because you know what, that's one of the things I'm not really breaking down, my mindset and how I create this choreography and what I was thinking. With all the movement I'm thinking I'm a Marvel fan. I'm thinking space, superhero, construction, destruction. Like, so like with little ends in the middle, when I'm creating choreography and I put someone in the middle, I'm putting them in the middle to kind of show that core of the choreography, to keep it together. Each member here represents that kind of shield of armor and power to me. So that's the reason why I always say to members, like, yo, don't look at yourself as just like, yo, I'm a side thing or whatever, and I'm not important. Your positioning is very important, even to something like this. When I created this concept idea, I wanted it to be kind of like, again, that shield feel, that where they're protecting armor, and these are superheroes. That's why every scene feels very kind of superestic. Superestic, is that even a word? Superhero feeling with watching the whole video. And that's what I was doing with this these sections. These sections, you notice a lot of them that kind of superhero feel. Can you see it? That very kind of hero action, and each character, and the main character is the middle guy hero, and these guys are like the I was gonna say cell war, but yeah, like the cell war of a particle and stuff. With this concept, yeah, I've always thought of videography. Let's create the videography in a way that it's the and that's what I think was great with me and Carl when we did this. We made the recording of this, or let's say the camera, become the extra dancer. So when you're watching it, you're looking at it from an extra dancer's point of view. You're not watching it and just thinking the camera just pointing and shooting. The camera becomes part of the dance, and that's one of my biggest things recently. It's like, it is the extra dance. I took it from is it Moonlight, or it's a film that recently they all said, they talked about it, and I was like, thank God people are thinking of that. This, when choreography is being created, the creative directors and choreographers have to think that the camera is also an extra dancer. And that's what we were looking at. That's why I said thank you, Carl, for putting up with me. I kept on pushing him forward, pushing him back, pushing him forward, pushing him back. That transition is dope. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dancers now, they don't think about the video being the extra dancer. So we use the movie techniques that are used in films, from like low shots, upper shots, mid shots, wide shots, to really grasp in their surroundings, to really make you feel like you're a part of where they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, look how sick that is. Even that, you don't notice these little things, like where we picked to shoot, even the drain on the floor, that little parts of corners, even the cinematography of the bit when you see them all standing around and they're eating the food. This is sick. Like, look at that. She's they're actually looking at me. Yeah, so you can tell. Look at that. Cinematography in its finest. Look at young Aisha. Young Kira, look at that. Even I remember she was like, "Can I eat a muffin?" And I was like, "Yeah, eat a muffin." And then we got Eden up there. Do you know what I mean? Like, look how symbolic that is. Like Mama's house. Do you know what I mean? I would say we thought about Carl, amazing editor, really thought about that. Like, I didn't have to. What do you do? What happens when you meet an amazing creative director against I say amazing, like I'm not amazing, but you know what I mean. But when you a very highly aspirational individual and another highly aspirational individual together and put them together, this is what we created. Do you know what I mean? And the work was in no way or form unprofessional. It looked professional. Look at that. Like, you feel like the camera's part of the dance. It's part of it. It's the whole movement. It immerses you when you're watching it. You're like, I'm involved. Like, you're not watching it thinking, oh, just a dance routine. You feel a part of this whole moment. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, again, back to that kind of shield and armor, soldier in the middle. Do you know what I mean? It's an action movie. Freaking like Black Widow or something. Do you know what I mean? Look at it, look. Kyan killing it in there. Gabriella leading the fort way, you know what I mean? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Even little Easter egg there. Like, if you look back at it, what's Gabriella got on her head? Do you know what I mean? She's wearing, guess what? Superman hat. Do you know what I mean? Little Easter egg there. IMD hat there. Do you get what I'm saying? But like we weren't playing on this. You know what I mean? And actually, fun fact, we actually did the launching of the Batman versus Superman pre-launch for like all the what do you call them? The toys and stuff. You know what I mean? And this is Lauren's routine specifically. Okay, yeah, I did that thing where I came in and changed things, but she still takes credit for this. I just want to say that had nothing to do with me. Before you see it, you come back and you go, what was Stefano doing? You can see from young Stefano was an introvert. Get it? Basically, it's a video with little Sims in it, and he does a similar thing. From young, he's always been an inventive individual, and what I love with IMD, we let those people explore. We don't ever say no, you gotta do this. We say, yo, in fact we embrace it and try and encourage it. Other than Kyan's hair, I guess that we still embraced it and encouraged it, because I never ever told her stop. But yeah, Kyan. Anyway, yeah. I think the only problem with this is he's wearing white shorts. Boxers. Back to that London scape again. You see how we've really used the city. Look at little ills. Look at Yasmin. We really use that. This is like now near Bermondsey. Look on Tower Bridge. Look at this. Kyrie's. Yeah. Jack. This transition was sick. Sunny. Dope. Khalifa. I swear, like, you gotta remember, like, you know, yo. Hey. I just want to point something out. I think she knew by the time I did the video, I was going to point this out. Watch Boo here. Watch Boo. She's to the left. Or to your left watching it. Watch Boo. Watch. She goes early. And her face being covered. I'm going to move my screen down so you can see her reaction when she realizes, oh my God, I've made a mistake. Watch. Watch her. Watch her. She's like, oh, shh. And one of the things we train our guys to say is that you got to make sure every take is dope, because what's going to happen is the videographer, the editor, everyone involved are going to go for the best shot. They're not going to go for the best, the least mistakes, or the one that there was no mistakes in. We're going to go for the best shot. Even if it means clothing malfunctions and you're wearing the wrong trainers, we're going to go for the best shot. All right, so I could go through all this. I think I've showed enough. Let's play the whole video from top to bottom.
Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana, honey killers on their hands. Legacies, family. Lean on the macho like. Pull up in the killer, baby. Call a feeling, but I won't feel it, baby. I got broads in the line. Credit cards in the sky. Hitting the looks in the van. Legacy. Why is it look like a plan? Going out like a Montana. Legacy. Why is it? Legacy. Silent boat. May not the macho like Randy. The chopper go out to the ground. Pull on your band, the killers understand.
Mama's house. We was raised in the bed, James, Georgia, Alabama. They were silly with the hammers, they blame credit. We used to really throw our hands up, snap boxing on campus. Any feel I understand. I really don't shake with no snakes. That really be setting they mans up. Don't run in no pack with no rats. That really be sending they mans up. No, my patience shook. Gotta get to this bag like hands up. This is a stick up. You can pop this, you talking too much in your brain. Cause I'm living in chaos. My brothers ain't getting no day job. My uncles is taking the pay cut. So my cousins is running the 8 ball. And I'm putting the spit in your face off. If I pull it, I'm blowing like napalm. I'm tripping, I'm fucking no apron. Putting the clip in and getting my apron. More cocoa than Copacabana. Maria like Carlos Santana. Don't run with no powers behind ya. Cause them be the ones that line ya. And if you the one that line ya, then I'll be the one that define ya. Cry on the top of your wrist like I'm Sana. Indiana, Alabama, Atlanta.
Credit cards in the scams. Legacies, family. Look like a panda. Honey killers on their hands. I get broads in Atlanta. Twisted the business, super family. Credit cards in the scams. Wake up percentage to let designer. Rent I know be clavish. I be pulling my stuff in the vanish. I got plenty of stuff with Bugatti, but look how I trash. I got broads in Atlanta. Twisted the in the family. Credit cards in the scams. Hitting the looks in the van. Legacy, family. Why is it look like a family? Honey killers on their hands. Legacy, family, wait and see, family. Package swoop, Danny, selling ball, candy. Ain't out the macho like Randy. The chopper go out for granted. That nigga pull up your bandit. Hope the killers understand me. Panda, 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 panda.
Wow. Yeah. Gives me goosebumps. You probably can't even see it. It's giving me goosebumps. For too many reasons, like the music, even adding the beat, enhance the beat, the horns, everything. Just looking back at it, I think it's also upsetting for me because I remember the first person to ever watch it, and this is a fun fact I've never really told anyone, was Stephen Tucker and Nick Mason, who sadly passed away. They were the first people to ever watch it. I remember him going, "This is pucker. Like, this is sick. This is dope." He didn't say dope, but he was so like, yeah. So it's hard to me to watch certain things because like it reminds me. But yeah, that's a video. Obviously there's more to it. I like even the clothing choices and stuff like that, and we could be here forever, really dissect it. I mean, this is taking half an hour alone. But the point is, obviously, you kind of got a little gist understanding on how things are done, how things are worked, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope getting a little backstory of how we created this and put it together. Big shout out to Carl, Vec Films. The collaboration was sick. Big shout out to put me on that pathway. So proud to have been part of it as well. Both, I think, one of our biggest hits together. Shows you collaboration works. Collaboration creates amazingness. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day. See ya. Peace out.
Tracks music.